My beloved child, stop everything right now. Listen carefully and do not skip what I am about to reveal. Something massive has already been sent in your name. It is not a message, it is not a letter. It is money, and it is real. A stranger you have never met before has made a transaction that is now flowing through the system, waiting for your confirmation. Stay till the end, because every second you delay, the window of opportunity begins to close. You are not imagining this. I have orchestrated something so specific that only you would recognize its fingerprint. Someone somewhere did this quietly, leaving no trace except a hidden instruction that says, "Deliver to the one chosen by divine timing." Do not scroll, because this moment decides whether you receive it or lose it. The timer has already started ticking in the spiritual realm. This is not an accident. It is a setup by me, your creator. You were meant to hear this right now, not an hour later, not tomorrow, but right now in this exact moment. This money is not random. It is linked to a divine sequence that connects directly to your past generosity, your hidden sacrifices, your silent prayers, something you did selflessly. I remembered. Someone you helped without expectation. I recorded. The universe did not forget your kindness. I stored it in heaven's treasury, and now it is coming back multiplied, compounded with interest that only eternity can calculate. Can you feel it, that quickening in your spirit, that sudden awareness that something is shifting? That is not excitement, that is recognition. Your soul knows when I am moving on your behalf. Stay till the end, because the amount is larger than what you are expecting, and it is already being processed in realms you cannot see. The sender did not reveal their name to you, but they revealed it to me, and they wrote one short message before releasing the funds. They helped me when no one else did. That means this is not just money. It is gratitude turned into a miracle, kindness transformed into currency, love converted into provision. Your details have been confirmed in heaven's ledger, but the activation is pending, and it is time-sensitive. Every second you hesitate to believe, the channel begins to narrow. If you walk away from this word now, if doubt creeps in and closes your spirit, that blessing could be rerouted to another account, another name, another destiny. I do not want that for you. Do not skip this moment. You are standing at the edge of your financial breakthrough. Something big is waiting for you right behind this confirmation. This stranger did not just send money, they sent proof that unseen hands, my hands, are still working in your favor even when you cannot see it. If you are feeling this word resonate in your spirit right now, if something inside you is stirring with hope mixed with disbelief, leave a comment and just type the word abundance. Not for me, for you, because when you declare it, you open the channel I have already prepared in the heavenly realm. Stay with me till the end, because in the next part I will reveal how they found your name and what you must do before this day ends to unlock it completely. This stranger who sent you money did not do it by mistake. It was planned for months in ways you could not imagine. They traced your name through a record that only I could have revealed to them. You might feel your heart racing right now, and that is good. It is your spirit recognizing what is meant for you, what has your name written on it in permanent ink. This is not a random transfer. It is a reward disguised as a mystery, a blessing wrapped in unexpected packaging. They have been watching your consistency. Your patience when others would have quit, your silence when you could have complained, your faithfulness when no one was applauding. I showed them your timeline. I let them see moments of your life that even you had forgotten. The day you gave your last bit of money to someone in need, the night you prayed for others while your own bills were unpaid. The morning you chose to worship instead of worry, all of it was recorded. The stranger did not just pick your name from a list, they followed your energy, your spiritual vibration, your divine frequency. It is almost supernatural how your name surfaced in a system that was never public, never advertised, never announced. This is because I intervened. I whispered your name into their spirit during their prayer time. I showed them your face in their dreams. I arranged divine appointments that led them to understand you were the one I had chosen for this blessing. Do not skip. This message is time-bound in the spiritual sense. If you miss the next step, if you allow unbelief to sabotage this moment, that transaction could freeze in the realm between heaven and earth, never fully manifesting in your natural life. They left a note inside the spiritual file saying release only when they are ready to receive. That means right now your readiness is being tested. Your faith is being measured. Your capacity to believe for the impossible is being evaluated. The moment your focus shifts to doubt, the signal drops. The frequency changes. The channel closes. So stay with me till the end because this entire message is your access code, your confirmation number, your authorization to receive what I have already approved. They saw you giving when you had little. They saw you helping when you received nothing in return. They saw you maintaining your integrity when others were compromising theirs. And in their silence, they decided to send a gift bigger than your imagination. One that could change not just your month but your entire year. Do not scroll now. You are seconds away from knowing what triggered this event in the spiritual realm. This money is not from a friend, not from a family member, not from anyone you would expect. It is from someone who owes their peace, their breakthrough, their second chance to a word you once said, a gesture you once made, a prayer you once prayed. You might not even remember the moment. It might have seemed insignificant to you, but to them, it was life-changing. To them, it was the difference between giving up and pressing forward. To them, your kindness was the voice of God in human form. The exact moment they decided to send it was not random. It was the night you almost gave up. While you were sitting in silence, wondering if your kindness ever mattered, wondering if your generosity was just being wasted on ungrateful people, they were finalizing the transaction in the spiritual realm. They had no logical reason to pick you except one. Your energy stayed pure when life tried to corrupt you. You maintained your light when darkness tried to dim it. You kept your heart soft when circumstances tried to harden it. They saw something in you that the world ignored. They saw me in you. That is why the transfer was not small. That is why the amount was not modest. It was enough to remind you that miracles still exist, that generosity is never wasted, that I see everything, forget nothing, and reward in ways that leave no doubt it came from heaven. This amount was routed through multiple spiritual systems before reaching the natural realm. It is currently in what I call verification mode, waiting for you to align your faith with my promise, before it materializes completely. The timer that started the moment you heard this message is still ticking quietly in the background of your spirit. Every second of your focused attention keeps the line open. Every moment of your faith keeps the channel clear. The instant you disconnect through doubt, the sequence breaks and the blessing transfers to the next eligible name on my list. And that is not what I want. I want you to have it. This is not luck. This is alignment. This is not coincidence. This is orchestration. Everything you have been through, every delay that frustrated you, every rejection that wounded you, every closed door that confused you, all of it was pushing you toward this confirmation. Positioning you for this moment, preparing you for this blessing, and now I am ready to release it in full, not in part, not in installments, in full. But I need your faith to match my promise. I need your belief to align with my plan. I need your expectation to rise to the level of what I have already prepared. If this message is hitting you in places you did not even know needed to be touched, if you feel tears forming because hope is awakening after a long sleep, hit that like button right now, not as a casual gesture, as a declaration, as your agreement with what I am releasing over your finances in this moment. The real connection between you and the stranger is deeper than you know. They were not just anyone, they were someone who once crossed your path when you least noticed. It could have been the person you helped at a store, the stranger you encouraged with kind words, the soul you prayed for without them knowing. That small act stayed in their memory, replaying every time they felt lost, playing like a recording every time they wanted to give up. Your kindness became their anchor, your words became their lifeline, your generosity became their proof that good people still exist. And when they rose again, when success found them, when breakthrough came to their life, the first name they remembered was yours. Not because you were seeking credit, but because your impact was undeniable, not because you demanded gratitude, but because your love left an imprint they could not erase. The signs were already around you. That unexpected feeling you had 2 days ago that something was about to shift, that strange notification that appeared and disappeared too fast for you to fully process, that random thought about financial breakthrough that came out of nowhere. Those were not coincidences, those were early signals trying to reach you from the spiritual realm. The stranger has been planning this quietly, waiting for the right vibration, the right spiritual frequency, the right moment when you would be calm enough to receive without sabotaging it through doubt or unworthiness. And today, as you are hearing this, that energy has fully aligned. They did not want fame. They did not want recognition. They did not want their name announced or their story told. All they wanted was for you to finally breathe without financial worry, to see your face light up when you check your account, to know that your faithfulness has been rewarded. They believed your peace would restore balance to what they once broke inside themselves. They believed your joy would complete a spiritual circle that began years ago with a simple act of kindness that you probably do not even remember. They believed your breakthrough would prove to them that I am real, that I honor those who honor others, that I keep my promises even when decades pass. Let me tell you something about this stranger that will make you weep. They almost did not survive. The moment you helped them, they were at the absolute end. They had given up. They had written the goodbye letters. They had made the final arrangements. Your kindness was not just nice, it was life-saving. It was the thread they grabbed when everything else had been cut. Years passed. They rebuilt their life brick by brick. Every brick inscribed with the memory of your kindness, every foundation stone marked with your name. They told themselves that if they ever made it, if they ever rose from the ashes, they would find you, they would repay you. Not because you asked, but because they could not rest until they did. This is bigger than money. This is a divine return. A full circle blessing that proves nothing good you have ever done has been wasted. Every time you gave from your heart, I was recording it. Every time you sacrificed in secret, I was watching. Every time you blessed others while you yourself needed blessing, I was taking notes in heaven's ledger. The exact reason they chose today to send it is because I told them today was the day, not yesterday when they were ready. Not tomorrow when it might have been more convenient. Today. I showed them in a dream last night that this was the appointed time. I confirmed it in their prayer this morning when they asked me for the 3rd time if it was truly you. I gave them a sign this afternoon that removed all doubt when they saw something that reminded them of the exact moment you helped them. The energy line between you and the sender has been activating for weeks. You felt it as restlessness, as unexplainable hope, as sudden thoughts about provision. They felt it as urgency, as divine pressure, as clear instruction to move now, not later. When you woke up today and felt that random wave of calm, that was the signal. The confirmation that your spirit was ready, the green light from heaven that the timing was perfect. The sender received the same signal at the same moment, and that is when they released the funds. Now the money is in transition, moving from the spiritual realm into the natural, from promise into manifestation, from seed into harvest, but it requires your cooperation, your faith, your expectation, your refusal to let doubt sabotage what I have orchestrated. From this moment forward, your life changes not because of the money alone, but because of what the money represents. My faithfulness, my awareness of every single one of your needs, my commitment to reward your faithfulness in ways that defy natural logic, my promise that those who honor me with their lives, their giving, their kindness will be honored in return. The overflow you are about to experience is not just financial. It is spiritual in nature, mental clarity you have not had in years, emotional healing you thought would never come, relational restoration you stopped praying for. Every area that has been dry is about to be flooded with my presence and provision. Every space that has been empty is about to be filled beyond capacity. Every season that has been barren is about to produce fruit you did not plant. Every door that has been closed is about to swing open with such force that you will know beyond doubt it was my hand pushing it. This is your season of supernatural provision, a season where needs are met before you can voice them out loud, where doors open before you have time to knock, where favor appears without you asking, begging, or manipulating, where blessings chase you down the street instead of you chasing them through endless disappointment. I am teaching you a new way to live, not in lack mentality, not in survival mode, not in constant anxiety about provision, but in abundance consciousness, in overflow expectation, in supernatural supply. This is how my children are meant to live. This is the normal Christian life that religion told you was impossible, but I am showing you is your inheritance. Think about the widow of Zarephath. She had just enough flour for one final meal. She was preparing to eat and die, but when she gave her last to my prophet, her supply became unlimited. The oil did not run out, the flour did not diminish, not for a day, not for a week, but for years. That is the kind of provision I am activating over your life right now. Think about the Israelites in the wilderness. They did not have to worry about their shoes wearing out, their clothes did not age, their bodies did not lack even though they were in a desert. Why? Because when I commit to providing, lack has no legal right to exist. That is the realm you are entering now. Walk with your head high. Speak with confidence that comes from knowing who your provider is. Move with authority because you are not a beggar approaching a stingy master. You are a child approaching a loving father who owns everything and delights in giving good gifts to his children. You are not hoping for a breakthrough somewhere in the distant future. You are walking in one right now in this moment, in this very second. You are not waiting for provision that might come if conditions align. You are receiving it because I have already released it from heaven's storehouse. You are not begging for favor like someone who has no connection. You are carrying it like someone who knows they are loved, chosen, and highly favored. There is a difference in how you move when you know I am with you. There is a confidence that rises when you understand my commitment to you. The stranger's gift has activated something in the heavenly realm. Angels assigned to provision have been dispatched. Resources that were frozen are now flowing. Opportunities that were hidden are now appearing. Connections that were delayed are now aligning. In 6 months you will look back at this moment and recognize it as the turning point. The day everything changed in your finances, the moment when lack ended its reign and abundance began its rule. The second when struggle transformed into supernatural ease that confounds everyone who knows your story. People will ask you what happened, how did things change so fast? What did you do differently? And you will struggle to explain it because it was not something you did, it was something I did. It was not your hustle, it was my favor. It was not your strategy, it was my timing. In 1 year, your testimony will inspire others who are where you used to be. Your story will give hope to the hopeless who think breakthrough is impossible. Your breakthrough will prove to doubters that I still perform financial miracles in the 21st century, that I still reward faithfulness in a faithless generation, that I still honor those who honor me even when the world says it is foolish to be generous. But let me give you instructions for receiving first. Release every person who owes you money or favors. Forgive every debt in your heart, not because they deserve it, but because unforgiveness blocks the flow of what I am sending. Second, start thanking me now for provision you have not seen yet. Faith speaks in past tense about future blessings. Third, expect interruptions. Divine provision rarely comes through expected channels. It comes through surprises, through strangers, through sources you never considered. This is not the end of your miracle, this is the beginning of a season. The stranger's gift was just the first drop of rain, the initial wave before the flood, the opening act of a season of overflow that will leave you breathless with gratitude and slightly overwhelmed by my goodness. You are entering the realm where provision is your portion. Not scarcity, not barely enough, but more than enough, where abundance is your atmosphere, the very air you breathe, where overflow is your operating system, the way your life functions from this moment forward, where lack has no legal right to exist in your life anymore because I have revoked its permission. Look at what happened to Job. He lost everything, but when I restored him, I did not just give back what was taken. I gave double. That is my pattern, that is my nature. I am not a God who barely covers. I am a God who overwhelms with blessing, not to make you greedy, but to make you a distributor of my goodness to others who are where you used to be. The stranger who sent you money was once where you are now. They received, they were blessed. And now they are giving. That is the cycle I am establishing in your life. You will receive this blessing, it will transform your situation, and then I will bring people across your path who need what you now have, and you will give, and the cycle continues. This is kingdom economy. This is how my system works. Go forward in confidence, knowing this blessing has your name on it. Not someone else's name, not the person standing next to you. Your name, written in my handwriting, stamped with my seal, authorized by my signature. This provision has been approved in the courts of heaven, this breakthrough has been authorized by divine decree, and nothing in heaven can stop it because I released it. Nothing on earth can block it because I am pushing it through. Nothing under the earth can delay it because I have bound every spiritual force that would try to interfere. It is done. It is finished. It is yours. Now walk in it, live in it, operate from it. Your season of financial miracles has begun, and it will not end until I say it ends, and I am not saying it ends anytime soon.